But if there is that slight doubt and Arteta does want to rest him, they do have Man City at home in the next game. So that is a game they're going to want to win. But with Arteta, I feel like he will play in Bournemouth if he is got a chance of being fit.
Yo, listen up, Rue is stepping up the game, where fantasy Premier League runs in his veins. From transfers to captains, he's always on top, guiding you through every game week non-stop. They say Rue got that Salah flow. Welcome to the channel, enjoy the show. Wild cards, free hits with so much vibe. If you're hunting for success, then make sure you subscribe.
Good day, mate. Welcome back to the channel. My name's FPL Roo, and welcome back to another FPL video. So in today's video, it's the team selection. But first of all, I will be going through my game week 6 team and how I fared. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you do subscribe and like the video as well. First up, so we had Onana in goal, a clean sheet, which was great. Wasn't really expecting it with how poor Man United have been this season, but if they are going to keep a clean sheet against anyone, it's going to be against Burnley. Onana actually ended up with 7 points rather than 6, which is what you normally get for a clean sheet, as he did get 4 saves, so ended up getting 1 bonus point too. Defense was pretty good too. Botman was my transfer in for Gabriel. He obviously got the goal, which I'm really happy about. Yes, I was going to go Trippier, but I feel like saving that 2 million, although Trippier did get 3 assists, was worth it in the end, and it will be worth it later down the line when I need that money elsewhere, for example, to get Salah back in for Liverpool's great run of fixtures. Like I said, clean sheet and a goal for Botman, 12 points. Can't really be complaining with that. On the other side, you've got Chilwell, who didn't start again, very disappointing. Chelsea ended up conceding, losing that game 1-0. But he came on for the last half an hour, 29 minutes, and he got a yellow card, so did end up on 0 points. A player that is his time and his minutes and his place in my team is numbered. Estupinan, no clean sheet yet again, but he did get an assist and a bonus point. A lot of people have been asking me if I am worried about Brighton's clean sheet potential. Yes, I am, but for the time being, Estupinan has been racking up them attack and return, so for now it's fine. But as the fixtures turn for Brighton, it is someone to take a look at and see if we can find a replacement. Midfield, yeah, it's again big point scorers from Saka. Obviously, North London derby, Saka scored and got an assist, and he picked up 3 bonus points too. Son managed to get 2 goals and only 2 bonus points. I feel like he could have got a hat-trick if he did stay on the pitch, so a little bit disappointed that Ange Postecoglou did take him off as he was causing Arsenal problems. But yeah, can't complain with 14 points. And Buemo, Rashford and Eze blanked. And Buemo, he's done really well for me this season, so I'm not going to be too hard on him. Yes, he's blanked in his last 2 games, but he scored 4 goals this season, and for his price point, I'm not going to complain with that. Rashford, on the other hand, 8.9 million, very expensive, only 1 goal so far this season. And for me, his days are numbered in my team too, but we'll talk about that later on in the video when we talk about transfers. Eze, 1 goal for the whole season. His days, he should have gone weeks ago, really, but I did have faith in him as Palace's fixtures were good. But yeah, Eze will be one of my chances out this week as a little spoiler. Out front, Alvarez blanked. Probably should have got an assist or a goal in this game, but he's done well for me the last few weeks. I can't really complain with that one. He did get taken off before 60 minutes, so he did end up getting 1 point. Haaland with a goal, 6 points. Captain, yeah, gutted it wasn't anymore, but especially with how great that fixture was, Forest at home, you expect them to score at least a hat-trick in that one, knowing Haaland. But yeah, we'll move on to next week. Ended up with 72 points. Not the worst I've seen out there, but I did drop rank to just 274k, but I'm actually really happy with that rank so far. There's only 6 game weeks gone, obviously, so I'm really happy with that rank. The funny thing is actually that I've only got 1 green arrow the whole season, and that was a massive green arrow when I did bring in Son for that Munster game week a few game weeks ago. I think 106 points I got, so it kind of shows that you can be getting them little green arrows, but if you do get a big green arrow, it can really boost up your rank, and hopefully game week 7 can do that, and we'll get into the team selection. So this week is a double game week. Luton and Burnley do have two fixtures. Luton being the most favourable, Everton away and Burnley at home. But first, we will talk about Onana. Palace at home. I could have gone for Turner with Brentford at home, but I think I do fancy um, Brentford to score a goal rather than Crystal Palace. For that reason, I have gone for Turner. Yes, he did get a clean sheet last time around, so I'm hoping for he can do that again. I know Man United are struggling defensively. They've had to play Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire, etc., etc. The Wan-Bissaka's now injured, Luke Shaw's injured, so they are struggling defensively. But I do feel like Onana is the best chance of a clean sheet from my two goalkeepers. Estupinan does get a start. It is going to be a tough game against Villa away, and again, Brighton have shown this season that they can't really keep clean sheets. So I'm not expecting a clean sheet, but I am expecting a second return from Estupinan. Yes, defensively, Villa are pretty good under Unai Emery, and they do look good this season. But I feel like Brighton are slightly better than them at the moment, and I think Estupinan can get an assist or a goal. Next up, we're going for Kabore. So Chilwell and Udogie are on my bench, so there's good options on there. But for me, I'm going to go for the double game week defender with two good fixtures. Yes, Luton are not great, and they haven't been great attacking wise or defensively in any aspects of the game, to be honest. But I'm just hoping double game week fever. Burnley is a team they did play last season, so who knows, that could be a good thing for them. Who knows, it could be a bad thing, but they're going to want to try and win these games, especially if they're going to have any chance of staying up. So that's why I've gone for Kabore, and he did get an assist last time out, so he can get the assist, and just hoping he can nick a clean sheet or an assist in both either games or both games would be great. Yes, Chilwell does have a pretty good fixture. Fulham away, although that is a derby. I don't trust Chelsea anymore. Chilwell's days are numbers. The only reason that he's not coming out of my team, spoiler alert, that he's not going to be coming out of my team, but we'll talk about transfers later on in the video anyway, is because I got Kabore double game week on the bench to play instead of him. And the doggy, I don't mind playing against Liverpool either. Burnley at home for Botman, a really good fixture. I'm expecting a clean sheet, and Burnley do concede a lot of set pieces. So hopefully Botman can get on the end of one. Yeah, but clean sheet from Botman is expected. We'll move on to the midfield. So for the midfield, I do have a flags player. Bukayo Saka is, I want to say, 75% chance of playing this game. He does have a slight knock. For me, I'm not too sure if he will start or not. I think he will. But if there is that slight doubt and Arteta does want to rest him, they do have Man City at home in the next game. So that is a game they're going to want to win. But with Arteta, I feel like he will play in Bournemouth if he is got a chance of being fit. For me, I'm going to keep him in my team. I don't really want to take him out just because of this knock. There's so many times I've taken out players in the past because of a knock and they've ended up starting and doing well. For me, Saka is one of the informed players at the moment in the Premier League, and he's on penalties, etc., etc. So for that reason, he is staying in my team. A player that probably won't be staying in my team, again, spoiler alert for the transfer section of this video, but as a Man United away, and that is not the only reason, as I don't mind him playing Man United away, but he just hasn't delivered so far for me this season. Only one goal in the first 6 game weeks. Yes, Palace do have Forest at home in game week 8, but then they have Newcastle away and Spurs at home. So some really tough fixtures coming up for Palace. And for me, Eze hasn't given me any inkling to say that he's going to score or assist. So for me, he's going to be out my team. We'll talk about who for later on in the video. Marcus Rashford, another player that hasn't done it for me this season. 1 goal, 2 assists. But the fixtures do look really good for Man United. So Palace at home, Brentford at home, Sheffield United away. Yes, their fixtures were pretty bad, I would say, to start the season. They've had Spurs, Arsenal, and Brighton in their first 6 fixtures, so it's not the easiest, don't get me wrong. So I'm hoping for Rashford to deliver over the next 3 game weeks, especially with them 2 favourable home games and that Sheffield United away game. Next up, next to Rashford, we've got Mbeumo with Forest away. He has blanked in his last 2, but for me, he is a player that is still going to be the main guy for Brentford until Tony is back. He's highly owned, nearly 30% owned. and he's got 4 goals already this season. So for me, he's staying in my team for the foreseeable future. Um, in terms of fixtures for Brentford, they do have Forest away, so a really good fixture. Then they have Man United away, Burnley at home, Chelsea away. And then they have kind of a tough-ish run into West Ham at home, Liverpool away, Arsenal at home. So for me, probably be holding him until at least Chelsea away or Liverpool away in game week 12, which I'm sure I'll be playing my wild card by then, but we'll talk about that a bit later on too. And Son, Liverpool at home, he's shown that he can do it against some of the top side. He's shown that he can do it against some of the newly promoted sides. And for me, playing as number 9, Son is a must-have in my team. Yes, he did blank when I did captain him in against Sheffield United at home. It does seem like he is better away from home, kind of on the last man. But for me, his finishing is so good, and I definitely want to keep him for the next few fixtures. And I'm hopeful for a goal against Liverpool too, as Liverpool have been conceding and Spurs have been scoring. So they did put Man United to the sword last time at home as well, against a big team. So for me, Son is a player that I think will score a lot of points this week, and I do fancy a high scoring draw in that game or even a Spurs win. So for the forwards, we do have the 2 City boys once again. I am starting, I'd say, to get a little bit worried about Alvarez. He came off before 60 minutes in the last game for us at home. He blanked, but for me, he is still one of the crucial parts in terms of creativity, assists, even goal scoring for City this season. He's got 5 assists, 2 goals, but them assists do rack up for him, and even them goals, and especially at his price point, 7 million. I think he's doing great, and he's going to stay in my team until Pep decides to drop him one game, and then I'll panic and probably take him out. But for now, happy with Alvarez in my team, and with that fixture, Wolves away, I do like that for Man City. Haaland as well, yeah, obviously Wolves away, 8 goals, 1 assist this season. It seems like he started the season quietly, but he's still on fire. And Wolves, hopefully he can get a hat trick in this game, as I wouldn't mind a little Haaland hat trick captain option. Even though he is 93% owned, it's still nice to see your captain score some points, and I kind of missed that, as last week he did only get 6. So hoping Haaland can deliver. And yeah, Alvarez too, which is the main thing really, because Haaland delivering doesn't really do much for my rank, but Alvarez delivering really does help me out. Bench, yeah, like I mentioned, Turner, Doggy, Chilwell, and Mubama. For me, Chilwell would be first sub if I did think he'll play. So I'll probably swap that around if I think he does play. In terms of captain, like I said, Haaland is the best captain. There were shouts for Saka if he wasn't flagged, but now that he's flagged, no chance. Also chance for Rashford if he was on form, but again, not going to take that risk, especially how depleted I would say Man United are at the moment. But next we'll talk about my transfers. I do have 2 transfers, 2.4 million in the bank, and there's quite a few players I want to take out, so it should be interesting. Let's get into it. So I'd say a player that I'm definitely going to be taking out is as a 6.3 million. I will get for him. There are many options. I do have that money in the bank, so I have 8 point, if my maths is correct, 8.7 to play with my 2.4 million in the bank. So I can get various amounts of players. I could get Bowen. I could get someone like Anthony Gordon. There's many players I can get. I can basically get everyone that I don't already own. So for example, I can get up to Son, but I can't get him obviously because I already own him. But I could get Matoma, I could get Odegaard, Bruno Fernandes, Madison, Diego Jota, Foden, etc. The only players I can't get is Salah for one. De Bruyne, he's injured, doesn't matter. Son, I've already got him. Rashford, I've already got him, and then everyone below that. I've already got Saka, etc. Odegaard I could get. But for me, this is why I will be going for the cheaper option for the Eze replacement. Um, I do like the look of Anthony Gordon. He's done really well this season, I would say. He's been performing way higher than I thought he could perform. I actually didn't really rate him as a player, to be honest. But this season, he has shown that he can deliver. And at 5.6 million price point, He has got 2 goals and 3 assists this season. And he's started most games. He didn't start the last game, but he started 5 out of 6 games, and he's got 5 returns. So for me, Anthony Gordon does look like a good option. The only thing to bear in mind is he has got 4 yellow cards. So one more, then he'll be banned for a game, which is not ideal. So that is something to take into consideration, but I do feel like it is worth it. I'd have put Rashford on there as a player out, but having looked at his fixtures again, I think Rashford deserves another chance to stay in the team. Like I said, I don't think there's many players out there at the moment that I want to bring in. I think Salah is someone I do want to bring in though, and I can't actually afford him at the moment. So for me, I'd rather wait, keep Rashford until Salah's fixtures turn amazingly. So he's got Spurs away, Brighton away, 2 tough games. But after that, Salah's got Everton at home, Forest at home, Luton away, Brentford at home. So I really want Salah for that run. And for that reason, I am going to be keeping Rashford for at least the next 2, and having the money in the bank to go from Rashford to Salah, maybe in game week 9, etc. Another player I could bring in is Bowen for Eze. West Ham's fixtures are not great just yet. They're still really good, but they're not great. They've just come off a bad fixture run to start the season. To be honest, they've had Chelsea, Brighton away, City, and then Liverpool in the last 2. But Bowen has still delivered 4 goals, 1 assist, and their fixtures now do look really good. Sheffield United at home, Newcastle at home, Villa away, Everton at home, Brentford away, Forest at home, Burnley away, Palace at home. So right until game week 14, their fixtures look really good, and Bowen is kind of a key part to everything that West Ham do well, I think. James Ward-Prowse is another option, but for me, I think Bowen is going to be the main threat for West Ham. So it's just I've got to decide whether I want to take that money and kind of downgrade as they have the money in the bank ready to go to Salah, or do I want to kind of get an even replacement, a player that I know I'm going to have in my team, set and forget up until game week 14. That is the thoughts behind these transfers. Let me know what you think below. Who do you think I should take out as if, or Gordon, Bowen, or someone else? Make sure you leave a comment below, like the video as well, as it really does help out the channel, and subscribe to the channel too if you are new around here. And yeah, good luck for the game week.